About 3 months ago, I posted this right here. As far as videos on this channel go, it was not particularly successful, but the premise was one I felt to be rather important given the urgency and likelihood of major ramifications in the near future if it was ignored. Well, those ramifications are here, and now I get to say I told you so. I like the fact that I can sit here and say I was right, but I don't like the reason why that's possible. Because Twitch has just made, in my opinion, one of their most brutal decisions to date, which is causing streamers to purge their entire library of clips, possibly VODs as well, in order to avoid a channel termination. To put this in perspective, some of the more popular Twitch clips receive millions of views. They are a viral marketing tool for streamers and viewers who can showcase a snapshot of any given event and share it across the internet to forums, message boards, and other social media. Clips are a useful and community-oriented tool. But now, retroactively played music in clips dating back as far as 3 years, that's the longest I could personally find, though it could be far longer without question. Clips as far back as 3 years are being DMCA'd, which, as a result of Twitch's draconian copyright policy, can terminate an entire channel outright. The whole thing boils down to licensing agreements. Music companies up till now just didn't know about Twitch, or if they knew, it was a low-level knowledge that did not include an understanding that their music was routinely being played to tens, even hundreds of thousands of people in the background of a broadcast, or in other formats such as remixing, dancing, and cover performances. The official Twitch policy on music reads as follows, and I apologize, this is about to be rather boring, honestly, but a complete view of these terms of service will be important for understanding just how far this content cataclysm, it really is one, is going to reach. Music guidelines. Twitch values the work of songwriters, musicians, and other creative artists. As a company committed to supporting creators, we respect and ask our users to respect the intellectual property of those who make music and those who own or control music rights. We know that you may have questions about what types of music content you can safely share on Twitch. In order for you to better understand what uses of music are allowed for your content, we've further clarified these guidelines in the sections below. Sharing music on Twitch, types of music content you may use, types of music content you may not use, how this impacts you. Sharing music on Twitch, and this is a really important one. We ask the creators only share content for which they have the necessary rights. It is a violation of our policies to stream or upload content containing copyrighted music unless you have the appropriate rights or authority to share such music on Twitch. You may not include music you do not own in your Twitch streams or VODs, past broadcasts, past premieres, highlights, clips, and uploads, except as described below or otherwise permitted by law. This is the important part right here, just to make that fully clear. A firm stance against not sharing music that broadcasters do not own or have no licensing agreement for on their channels. Furthermore, this includes all forms of content on the platform, not just clips, by the way. However, clips seem to be the primary issue for broadcasters in the immediate future, but sadly, that is likely to expand. Reading on. Please note that buying music, such as a CD or MP3, or subscribing to a music streaming service typically does not grant rights to share the music on Twitch. Such a purchase or subscription grants you a personal license to access the content only for your personal and private playback. This is also critical because the simple decision to have Pandora or Spotify playlists in the background of your broadcast, something a huge number of broadcasters currently do frequently and have done with archived content for years, is not allowed, and music companies have a completely supported ability to strike it down. Supported by Twitch, by the way, not me. I think the issue needs a lot more nuance than this, not a corporate scorched earth campaign, but anyways. Types of music content. In the sections below, we describe some common types of music content along with some information about whether you may or may not share that content on Twitch. Here are some examples of types of music content you may use in Twitch streams and VODs. Music owned by you. Original music which was written by you and either recorded or performed live by you, and for which you own or control all rights necessary to share the music on Twitch, including the rights to recording, performance, and to the underlying music and lyrics. Please remember that if you have a contractual relationship with an organization that controls rights to the content you create, such as a record label or publishing company, you should make sure that you are not in violation of that relationship by sharing that music on Twitch. So, music owned by you is an incredibly small fraction of all music played on Twitch. There are original songwriters and musicians on the platform who are at absolutely no risk, and rightly so, as long as they do not incorporate other copyrighted musical elements into their broadcasts, but the vast majority are video game streamers, IRL streamers, talk show hosts, and other individuals who have absolutely no connection with or licensing claim to the music that appears in their streams. Back to the document. Music licensed to you. Copyrighted music owned in whole or part by someone other than you if you have secured a license to share it on Twitch from the relevant copyright holders. Again, this is necessary to mention in the TOS for Twitch on their end, but I'm willing to bet with pretty insane odds that almost zero streamers ever have gotten a licensing agreement for their Spotify playlist in the background of their gameplay. It might happen at the highest tier possible, like the absolute highest tier for scripted cutscene style announcements or pre-made videos maybe, but it's not happening in real time for an overwhelming majority. Reading on. Twitch sings performances, and I don't have a whole bunch of expertise on this topic, but Twitch Sings appears to be a pretty new feature on the platform. A vocal performance of a song as captured in Twitch Sings gameplay provided is created in accordance with Twitch terms of service. And then, here we really go, here are some example types of music content you may not use in Twitch streams or VODs. Radio-style music listening show, a Twitch stream or VOD which focuses on playing music that is not owned by you and is not licensed for you to share on Twitch. DJ set, playing and or mixing pre-recorded music tracks which incorporate music other than music which is owned by you or music which is licensed for you to share on Twitch. Karaoke performance, singing or performing to a karaoke recording other than in-game karaoke performance that is licensed for you to share on Twitch, such as a Twitch Sings performance, lip sync performance, pantomiming, singing, or pretending to sing to music that is not owned by you or is not licensed for you to share on Twitch. This one is honestly really tricky because simply humming the underlying theme from major franchise movies can actually get you struck down on YouTube under certain circumstances. It's not right, in my opinion, far from it, but it has been the reality for quite some time. However, Twitch has existed in this unbelievably long-lasting vacuum of safety, where huge licensing firms and music production companies just didn't know, I guess, and didn't realize they could actually do anything about it. Now, a lot of that has to do with the framework that Twitch actually has and an inability to make money for them. On YouTube, you claim a video, you get the ad revenue, or even the ability to monetize it if you want to, in direct contradiction to what the channel owner actually wants, and media companies are motivated to claim on YouTube, so they do. But on Twitch, that motivation hasn't really existed. However, it will, eventually, some way, somehow, it will, and when it does, the ferocity they display right now will pale in comparison. Let's read on. Visual music depiction, lyrics, music notations, tablature, or any other visual representation of copyrighted music other than music owned by you or music which is licensed for you to share on Twitch, or on-screen lyrics or depictions of music provided by Twitch as part of the Twitch Sings gameplay and captured in streams or VODs of your Twitch Sings performances. And lastly, cover song performance. Performance of a song owned by someone else with the exception of a live performance in your Twitch stream. If you do perform a cover song in a live Twitch stream, please make a good faith effort to perform the song as written by the songwriter and create all audio elements yourself without incorporating instrumental tracks, music recordings, or any other recorded elements owned by others. I hope it's starting to sink in now that basically all of the music currently on Twitch is in violation of copyright law under these directives and can be used to eliminate a channel outright. However, for many creators, it still has not hit home how severe this issue is. Imagine the perspective of a music licensing company. Not to say that I am defending them, far from it. I actually believe pretty much anything uploaded to the internet entirely intrinsically becomes free, if anyone with even a shred of know-how wants it to be, that is. And we all need to come to terms with that eventually, but imagine their perspective for a moment. Music licensing for Spotify and Pandora or similar services is not some breadcrumbs industry. It is huge. The ability for a service to provide uninterrupted music streaming of dozens, hundreds, even tens of thousands of songs to millions of people, that's a big deal, and there is a lot of money involved. But now imagine a just chatting streamer over on Twitch with 10,000 concurrent viewers, which is also kind of a lot, who's just queuing up their own Spotify playlist and songs and playing them through the broadcast. That's 10,000 concurrent viewers who did not pay for that right. They did not pay for the service. They did not go through the licensed provider. They got served music to them for 6 hours straight through Twitch itself because this random streamer decided to play it. The music licensing company got no piece of that action, and they are not going to take that lying down. Now imagine this replicated to the tune of hundreds of thousands every month. Hundreds of thousands of song plays, hundreds of thousands of hours, and hundreds of thousands of viewers. It's true that Twitch is small, and in the grand scheme that's nothing compared to Spotify itself or the sheer colossal number of people playing music through YouTube videos on that separate platform, but on YouTube the licensing companies get their piece. They get the ad revenue. On Twitch, they get nothing, and now they know. The end result is a massive content purge. VODs, clips, everything really is getting wiped out by huge established creators of their own volition with years and years of a library built up, because any of those videos where music appears can become a crippling time bomb with no warning and no recourse whatsoever. All of this also means the streamers are on the precipice of not being able to have music playing hardly ever in their broadcasts. At least not popular pop songs or stuff that's in right now. Anything popular, they're probably not going to be able to play without getting an actual licensing agreement, which effectively none of them will ever do. And all of this only pertains to music by itself. We haven't even begun to discuss the other angles where copyright can be leveraged by media firms to maximize their online footprint by claiming user content. I said in my previous video it was an impending Twitch catastrophe, with that phrase meant to insinuate it would be catastrophic for broadcasters. For media firms, it's just an iron fist coming down hard on a group of people that they already view to be thieves anyway. They don't care, and right now they can't monetize it, so it's not as bad as it could be, but odds are in the future they can, and it will get exponentially worse. That catastrophe is here, and it's just getting started. One avenue I can picture is that music begins to get licensed through Twitch itself. Seems to already be kind of happening, I guess. I'm not super familiar with Twitch Sings, but that's a whole different topic. And the only music you will be able to have is from a library that they have pre-secured, and a lot of it ends up being paid or some kind of fee to access copyright unlocked music tracks. But the main point is that a reckoning is hitting in real time, because a lot of people just assumed, oh, it's fine, they won't care, they won't notice, or some other ridiculously naive deflection aimed at diminishing the now well-established aggression of music licensing companies on almost all major platforms other than Twitch, and other major copyright holders for that matter. What we on YouTube deal with every single day, the copyright fiascos and hoops that we have to jump through, yeah, that's all coming to Twitch very soon. That's it for today, though. If you want to support, there are links down below: Merge, Patreon, Twitter, other social media, another YouTuber to support as well, but I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.